Welcome back, guys. Got up north last night. Gonna set some trail cams today. Hopefully do some hunting if the wind doesn't get too bad yet today. But got a large cold front that rolled in yesterday. Got some rain. There's gonna be some more rain today. But up here at deer camp, so gonna head out to the woods and get some trail cams up. Rolled in the dark last night. Got the trailer set up. I got as close to the power pole as I could. I realized I didn't have an extension cord long enough where I normally park, so this is where we ended up. I'll show you. My 30 amp cord wasn't long enough to the power pole, and I didn't have enough 120 to go from my normal spot, so we made do. I got my brother's rig up there, so I think he'll be all set for gun season. And then I'll bring my trailer back when gun season gets closer. But yeah, it feels good to be back up here. A lot of color change, that's for sure. So let's get in the woods. So I got one trail camera already set up on a community scrape from last year. Not much activity going on yet. I'm taking another trail camera and a tree stand in where I shot my buck last year up here. I'm gonna get that set up. So far there's not a lot of deer sign as far as like rubs and scrapes that are active. Still the same deer trails. You can see where the scrapes were from last year, but I must not be giving her too hard up here yet. So let's get back there and get this stand up. Got a little buck. Well, I lost track of that little buck, so I came the rest of the way to put this stand up. He was only about 100 yards from it. So the stand is right there, this pine tree. What happens is a knob that pinches these deer down. There's a swamp out there, and then there's an old 2-track that's been abandoned for a while that they like to come down. So I'm gonna put the camera over there at the pinch point and get out of here. Just got camera number 4 set up and another tree stand. It's the tree stand that my brother shot his spike out of last year. Jumped a deer on my way in there. I think I've seen like 6 deer today, so it's better than I've ever seen. But maybe things are looking up in the North Woods. So now I gotta decide if I'm gonna hunt. I'll try and get a couple more cameras out. So we'll see. Welcome back, guys. It's October 14th. I'm in the North Woods on the public land. Been putting trail cameras out all day. Came to a new spot here. I just decided on my drive-by to hunt it tonight. As I backed the truck in, there's a scrape right behind the truck. So that's a good sign. It's the freshest scrape I've seen today. This is also the earliest I've ever hunted in the North Woods in my life. So we had a huge cold front roll in. Rained yesterday. Dropped about 20 to 30 degrees temperature-wise. Pressure's high. So hoping to get some eyes on something in the next 2 days here. So I'm going to start heading in. It's getting a little late. Even if I can only get a couple sticks high in a tree, We're gonna look for something good and sit on it and see what happens. Here's that scrape. It's the freshest one I've seen so far. Things are getting hot, hopefully. So I got in here. I walked quite a ways back. Didn't really see any sign that I really liked. There was 3 scrapes closer to the truck. There's this trail that comes into this swale. There was a scrape just off the road. Turns out I'm on the backside of a clearing I hunted last year. Now that I'm sitting here, I geographically know where I am. I could have got here a lot easier, but never been in here before, so my fault. So I'm 3 sticks up. Wind is just swirling all over. Got some oak trees. I didn't see many acorns, but just hoping for something to come through. You know, it's tough in this Northwoods seeing deer, but there's a little bit of sign, like I said, on my way in. So it's better in most places I've been today. I'll kind of show you a 360 of what I got to work with here. So here's out in front of me. There's a trail right here. Got this big oak tree. And there's an oak ridge going back that way. The clearing that I hunted last year is through there. And then there's a saddle here that comes down. I think there might be a trail here too. It's hard to make out. Well, we're almost out of shooting light. It's getting close to close. I'm sitting in the open, so it looks a lot brighter than what it actually would be if you're in the woods, but give it a little bit here and we're gonna pack it up. Didn't see anything. We'll evaluate what we're gonna do in the morning. Alright guys, it's day 2. We got 4 cams up yesterday. All of them have weak signal and they're not sending any pictures or checking in, so should get interesting with those. But hunted last night, didn't see any deer, so this morning I didn't go hunting. I stripped down camp. That way tonight after I hunt, if I do or don't get a deer, I can just take off, hook on the trailer and get out of there fast. Got a 4-hour drive home. It's going to be midnight, 1 o'clock by the time I get home. But anyways, so day 2, putting cams out. I got 2 more cams out today. I just want to show you this little area of rubs with a decent buck. I've never personally hunted this piece. My dad hunted it when he was a kid. So none of us have hunted it for 35, 40 years now. But let's take a peek. This is buck. He's got a rub line all the way through here. This one's the freshest. Well, that one too. And then they get older as you go. So it's kind of this open, clear-cut area on this side. And there's still some timber over here. But what I'm thinking is a guy could put a tree stand in one of these trees here. There's a heavy trail that runs behind him. And then there's this trail out here. And then, I don't know, you can see historical rubs out here too. So, I'll drop the trail camera on this. We'll see what happens. So this old 2-track here, quite a bit of tracks here around this little puddle the deer must be coming to drink to. Can't see where they're coming and going from hardly though. There's only a few tracks up and down the road. Pretty nice track there. That's what I like to see. Man, check out that rub. Thing's torched. All the sap is dripping out of it yet. Got the filings on the ground. On top of the leaves. Leaves have been dropping like crazy. It's right on the edge of a clear cut and like a swamp. Dang. And here's another one. This one's chest high. Sick, man. Another one here. I'm gonna explore this area a little bit more and figure out where the best spot to put a camera is and check for tree stands. Got two more older rubs here. I see there's another big one in there somewhere. Right there. We're on the right track. So I got so excited about those rubs. I didn't even see that there was a trail camera put on them, facing them. This is finally figured it out after I got lost in the woods way back in there and got back to the spot here to put a cam out, so I get beat. Welcome back, guys. It's October 15th. Back out for evening sit. I didn't go out this morning. I packed up my trailer. That way when I'm done, I can just go back, hook on it, and take off. Got about a 4-hour ride home. So if I shoot a deer, it's going to be 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning by the time I get home. If I don't shoot a deer, by 11, midnight-ish. So I spent all day. I put out some more trail cams. Walked a couple pieces. Walked this piece I'm on right now. Got lost. Even with Onyx, phone wasn't working with no cell phone service. It had me doing circles. So found these giant rubs. So I'm just hunting over these rubs tonight. I didn't have time to get anywhere else by the time I got on Lost. Some guy's got a trail camera on where the rubs are. I have no idea where the trails actually are. You can't really see. But there's a clear cut just on the other side of the trees from me. So I got my fingers crossed. I don't expect to see nothing, but we'll give it a whirl. I didn't have any other options. And so those rubs are right here. There's a trail that kind of goes that way. I think there's a trail going that way. But if something happens, it's going to happen fast. It's so thick. There's barely any shots after I got up here in the tree, but whatever. I just want to see this giant Northwoods, Wisconsin buck. Well, got about 10 minutes left. Seen lots of squirrels. 2 coons. No deer. Kind of what I figured, but it's been super windy. I can feel the temperature is dropping really fast. If you're going to find deer up here and kill them, you're going to earn it. So. Alright, just got back to camp. I just gotta close out tonight's hunt. So you last see me, there was 10 minutes to go. Thought I was gonna get skunked, and then out of nowhere, as this doe came straight up from behind me, come right to the base of the tree, sat there for a little bit, and then kind of took off to my left. So we didn't get skunked. We seen a deer in the woods from a tree stand in the Wisconsin North Woods. A miracle just happened. So, all right, I got a 4-hour ride home now and got work in the morning. So, thanks for watching, guys.